10. Brighton Town Hall. Finally, we arrive at the Brighton Town Hall, a stately building that serves as a focal point for the seaside community of Brighton. Built in 1869, this historic hall has been a cornerstone of civic life, hosting countless community events, council meetings, theatrical performances, and social gatherings for well over a century. Before its ghostly encounters came to light, it was simply a place of community service and local governance, a symbol of Brighton's identity and growth. However, over its long history, the Brighton Town Hall has acquired a reputation for being home to several lingering spirits. The most well-known and frequently encountered entity is believed to be an old man named Arthur. While his full story is often debated, he is thought to have been a long-time caretaker or a significant figure associated with the hall. Arthur is typically described as a friendly but mischievous presence. Witnesses have reported hearing disembodied footsteps on the upper floors when no one is there, particularly in the old council chambers. Doors have been known to open and close on their own, and lights have inexplicably flickered or turned off. More unsettling accounts involve items being moved from their places overnight, or the sound of keys jingling when no one is present, suggesting Arthur is still performing his caretaking duties. There have also been reports of fleeting glimpses of a shadowy figure, particularly in the upper windows or darting across the main hall late at night. Some staff members have even experienced cold spots and the distinct feeling of being watched, particularly when alone in the building after hours. The Brighton Town Hall, while still a vibrant community hub, offers a fascinating glimpse into a past that isn't quite ready to let go, with its spectral residents ensuring that the history of the hall continues to unfold in mysterious ways. 9. Klu House, North Adelaide. Gaze upon Klu House, a magnificent Victorian mansion located in North Adelaide, a true architectural gem built in 1897. Before its spectral reputation took hold, Klu was the opulent private residence of Sir J. Langdon Bonithan, a prominent newspaper proprietor and politician. It was a place of grand parties, societal influence, and a loving family home, embodying the wealth and aspirations of Adelaide's elite during the late 19th and early 20th centuries. After the Bonithan family, it eventually transitioned into a centre for the arts, becoming a vibrant hub for youth creativity. Despite its current artistic purpose, Klu House is widely regarded as one of Adelaide's most haunted locations, with numerous tales of resident spirits. The most prevalent activity centers around the spirit of a young boy, believed to be the son of a former family who resided there. He is often seen peeking around corners, particularly on the grand staircase, or heard giggling and playing in the upper rooms, especially the nursery area. Staff and visitors have reported hearing his light footsteps running through empty corridors and the distinct sound of a bouncing ball, only to find nothing there. Another significant presence is believed to be that of Sir Langdon Bonithan himself. His energy is said to be particularly strong in his former study and library, where unexplained cold spots and the sensation of being watched are common. Some have reported a feeling of immense presence and even the faint scent of old tobacco in these areas. There are also accounts of a female spirit, possibly a former governess or a member of the Bonithan family, seen in the drawing room or heard humming. The combination of its rich history, the vivid imagination sparked by an arts centre, and the genuine experiences of unexplainable phenomena make Klu House a beautifully eerie place where the past continues to actively play out. 8. Stirling Hotel. Nestled in the picturesque Adelaide Hills, the Stirling Hotel stands as a beautiful and seemingly serene establishment. Before its association with the supernatural, this elegant hotel, originally built in the 1850s, was a grand private residence known as Warrabinda. It then transformed into the Stirling Hotel in the early 20th century, serving as a charming country retreat, a social hub for the local community, and a fine dining destination. Its history is one of genteel gatherings, quiet luxury, and the pleasant bustle of a popular local spot. However, beneath its sophisticated veneer, the Stirling Hotel holds a secret. While not as outwardly dramatic as some other haunted locations, reports of paranormal activity have steadily emerged from within its walls. The most frequently encountered spectral resident is believed to be the spirit of a former owner or long-term resident, often described as a friendly, but distinctly present, female entity. She is particularly active on the upper floors, especially in the guest rooms and corridors. Guests and staff have reported subtle yet unmistakable phenomena, items being inexplicably moved in empty rooms, lights flickering on and off without explanation, and doors creaking open or shut on their own. Some have even felt an unseen presence brush past them in the hallways, accompanied by a sudden, sweet scent, like old-fashioned perfume. The feeling is generally one of a gentle, watchful presence rather than anything malevolent. Occasionally, there are reports of disembodied whispers, often too faint to decipher, but enough to create a distinct sense of unease. The Sterling Hotel offers a unique blend of comfort and a quiet, persistent hint of the supernatural, suggesting that some past inhabitants are still enjoying the amenities. 7. North Kapunda Hotel. Welcome to the North Kapunda Hotel, a grand and imposing establishment that proudly claims the title of Australia's most haunted pub. Before it gained its chilling reputation, this historic hotel, first licensed in 1849, was a bustling hub of activity in the thriving mining town of Kapunda. It served as a vital meeting place for miners, a stopping point for travelers, and a social cornerstone for the community. The hotel witnessed countless celebrations, arguments, and the daily ebb and flow of life in a frontier town, accumulating layers of human emotion and history within its walls. Today, the North Kapunda Hotel is a mecca for ghost hunters and paranormal enthusiasts, its numerous resident spirits well documented. One of the most prominent is the spirit of a little girl, often seen on the staircase or heard giggling in the upper rooms. Patrons and staff have reported toys moving on their own and disembodied whispers in her presumed play area. Then there's the distinct presence of a dark, imposing male entity, often felt with a sense of dread or oppression, particularly in the bar area. Some believe him to be a former heavy drinker or even someone who met a violent end on the premises. Perhaps the most famous individual spirit is the Lady in Red, a spectral woman dressed in a flowing red gown, occasionally seen gliding through hallways or standing in doorways, particularly on the second floor. Her origins are debated, but her ethereal presence leaves an undeniable impression. Guests and staff have reported objects moving, doors slamming when no one is near, and sudden, inexplicable drops in temperature. Voices, laughter, and even the sounds of phantom celebrations are frequently heard late at night when the hotel is otherwise empty. The North Kapunda Hotel doesn't just serve drinks, it serves up a potent blend of history and persistent paranormal activity. 6. The Barton Theatre, Thebe Theatre. Step into the grand and historic The Barton Theatre, affectionately known as Thebe Theatre, a majestic performance venue that first opened its doors in 1928. Before it became a hotspot for the paranormal, Thebe was a beacon of entertainment, initially a cinema showcasing silent films and talkies, and later evolving into a beloved concert hall and live performance venue. Its Art Deco architecture and vibrant history have made it a cultural landmark, a place where countless audiences have been captivated by the magic of the stage. Yet, behind the scenes, whispers of former residents and lingering energies are as much a part of its fabric as the velvet seats. Today, Thebe Theatre is a frequently reported site of paranormal activity, with many experiences focusing on the stage and backstage areas. While no single named ghost dominates the narratives, the collective presence of past performers, stagehands, and even enthusiastic patrons is often felt. Staff and performers alike have reported disembodied voices, often heard whispering or calling out, particularly when the theater is empty. Unexplained footsteps echoing across empty stages and through corridors are a common occurrence, sometimes accompanied by the distinct sounds of tools clanging or stage equipment moving on its own. One of the most chilling and recurrent phenomena is the appearance of shadowy figures darting across the stage or in the wings, often just at the edge of peripheral vision. These apparitions are rarely distinct but create an undeniable sense of being watched. Some theorize these could be the spirits of dedicated performers who never truly left their beloved stage, or perhaps former stage crew still tending to their duties. The energy in the theater is often described as charged and expectant, as if an unseen audience is always present, ready for the next act. For those who work or perform at Thebe, the feeling of not being alone is a constant, ensuring its legacy as a truly haunted house of entertainment. 5. Queen's Theatre. Behold the Queen's Theatre, not just a building, but a chameleon of history in the heart of Adelaide. Built in 1840, it holds the distinction of being the oldest colonial Georgian theatre on mainland Australia. Before its current reputation for spectral activity, it enjoyed a vibrant life as a grand theatre, hosting lavish productions and entertaining crowds. Its stage, once alive with actors and musicians, was a cultural cornerstone. Yet, like many old venues, it saw its share of drama, both on and off the stage. Over time, It ceased being a theater and served various purposes, including a courthouse and even a horse bazaar, before returning to its artistic roots. The Queen's Theatre is said to carry the imprints of its diverse past, with reports of ghostly phenomena often linked to its theatrical heritage. While specific named ghosts are less common here compared to other sites, the residual energy of performances and the many lives that pass through its doors are frequently encountered. Visitors and staff have reported unexplained whispers, disembodied voices, and the sensation of being watched from the empty seats. Some claim to hear phantom applause or the faint strains of music from eras long past. The most intriguing and persistent accounts often revolve around a sense of presence backstage or near the original stage area. Performers and crew have spoken of an unseen audience, a lingering energy that suggests some spirits remain captivated by the theater's magic. Given its long and varied history, it's believed that many different spirits could reside within its walls, from disgruntled actors to former patrons or even those who worked behind the scenes. The Queen's Theatre stands as a testament to the enduring power of performance and the indelible marks left by human emotion, a place where the curtain never truly falls on its spectral residents. 4. Adelaide Arcade. Step into the elegant Victorian architecture of Adelaide Arcade, a shopping thoroughfare opened in 1885. In its initial years, it was a symbol of modernity and commerce, a vibrant hub where people shopped, socialized, and fortunes were made. But beneath its grand facade lies a tragic and often violent history, setting the stage for its reputation as one of Adelaide's most haunted locations. Accidents, murders, and heartbreaking personal dramas have woven a dark thread through its past. The most famous and frequently encountered spirit is Francis Clooney, the arcade's caretaker. In 1887, just 2 years after the arcade opened, Francis met a horrific end when he fell into the gas-powered electric generator located in what is now a dry cleaner's shop. His body was found horribly mangled. Some whisper he was pushed by larrikins who had threatened to turn off the lights. Since his untimely demise, Francis has been a consistent presence, often seen as a man in blue or grey, looking as if he's working. Many have heard his footsteps, or even seen him vanish before their eyes. Another prominent spirit is Florence Horton. In a tragic act of violence in 1902, Florence was shot dead in Arcade Lane, which runs between Adelaide and Regent Arcades, by her estranged and jealous husband, Thomas. She stumbled into a nearby shop and died. Her lingering energy is said to be felt, a poignant reminder of a life cut short. Other reports include a red-haired woman in Victorian attire who appears and vanishes, believed to be the wife of another deceased maintenance worker, and even the playful spirit of a young boy in a green suit and top hat, perhaps the son of an early owner. Adelaide Arcade, with its blend of historical charm and tragic echoes, offers a chilling shopping experience unlike any other. 3. Kapunda, Town and Cemetery. Venture to Kapunda, a town steeped in history and often dubbed Australia's most haunted. Before its spectral reputation took hold, Kapunda was a bustling copper mining town in the 1800s, almost becoming the capital of South Australia. It was a place of industry, opportunity, and unfortunately, its share of hardship, crime, and tragic accidents. The town's early days were marked by a rough-and-tumble frontier atmosphere, laying the groundwork for the many dark tales that would follow. Today, Kapunda is renowned for its paranormal activity, with its historic main street, courthouse, and especially its cemetery, serving as hotbeds for the supernatural. The Kapunda Cemetery, in particular, is a focal point of these hauntings. Among the many graves, several spirits are frequently reported. One poignant tale involves a 2-year-old boy, often seen sitting dejectedly on a stone cross by a large cast-iron crucifix, his head hung low, as if lost or bewildered. He appears to be a spirit of pure sadness, his presence leaving a profound impact on those who witness him. Another spectral resident is known as the Weeping Ghost, a young man sometimes seen outside the cemetery fence. When approached and asked what's wrong, he simply turns without a word, walks straight through the fence and any headstones in his path, returning to his own grave. Beyond these individual spirits, visitors to the cemetery report disembodied voices, unexplained chills, and a general feeling of unease. The weight of lives lived and lost in this historic mining town seems to have left an indelible imprint on the very fabric of Kapunda, making it a truly captivating and chilling destination for those seeking a brush with the beyond. 2. Z Ward, Glenside Hospital. Enter the eerie confines of Z Ward, a standalone, maximum security facility that was once part of the Glenside Hospital campus, but truly a world unto itself. Built in 1885 and accepting its first patients in 1887, Z Ward was not for the general mentally ill, but for the criminally insane, individuals deemed too violent or psychologically unstable for regular prison life. Originally, it was known as L Ward, but its grim reputation quickly earned it the chilling nickname Hell Ward, leading to its official name change to Z Ward. For decades, it housed up to 40 patients, a place where hope was scarce and desperate souls endured unimaginable conditions until its closure in 1973. Since then, Z Ward has largely remained dormant, a perfectly preserved relic of a darker era, protected from vandalism. Its untouched state only intensifies the unsettling atmosphere for visitors. It's a place where the echoes of torment and despair are palpable. While specific named entities are rarer, the overwhelming feeling reported by those who venture inside is one of immense sadness, anger, and a pervasive sense of being watched. Paranormal investigators and tour groups frequently report activity, unexplained cold spots, disembodied whispers, and the feeling of being touched or pushed. Equipment used in ghost hunts often registers anomalous readings, suggesting residual energy or intelligent communication. Many visitors describe an oppressive heaviness in the air, particularly in the solitary confinement cells, where the isolation and suffering were most acute. The emotional scars of Z Ward run deep, and for many, the spirits of its long-suffering inhabitants continue to make their presence known, silently bearing witness to the building's grim legacy. 1. Old Adelaide Jail. Step into the chilling history of the Old Adelaide Jail, a place where confinement and despair became a constant companion for over 147 years, from its opening in 1841. Before it became a magnet for the paranormal, it was a functioning maximum security prison, witnessing the executions of 45 people and housing countless inmates within its formidable bluestone walls. This wasn't just a place for hardened criminals. Debtors, vagrants, and even children were held here, their lives forever altered by its unforgiving regime. The air inside practically hums with the echoes of their suffering. After its closure in 1988, the jail transitioned from a place of punishment to a historical site and, for many, a deeply haunted one. The spirits of those who died within its walls, particularly those executed, are said to linger, trapped between worlds. One of the most frequently encountered entities is Frederick Fred Carr, hanged in 1929 for his wife's murder, a crime he vehemently denied until his last breath. Visitors and staff have reported seeing Fred, neatly dressed in dark clothes, wandering near the stairs to the upstairs cells in the new building. He's described as a polite and almost cheerful spirit, seemingly still taking an interest in his former home. Even more imposing is the spectral presence of William Baker Ashton, the jail's first governor. A large man who died in office in 1854, his body was too big for the narrow staircase and had to be unceremoniously lowered from a window. 3 months later, he was exonerated of wrongdoing, but perhaps the indignity and posthumous vindication were too much for his spirit to rest. On warm, thundery nights, heavy footsteps are heard echoing through solid stone walls in his former quarters, accompanied by the sounds of furniture moving in empty rooms. Former jail managers have recounted their dogs reacting wildly to unseen presences, growling, barking, then suddenly wagging their tails and playing in empty rooms, as if with a large, invisible companion. The Old Adelaide Jail isn't just history, it's a living, breathing testament to the lingering energies of a dark past.